Engaging young people in social activities has become increasingly difficult. We see fewer children in the parks and playgrounds of Salford and more on the streets at night or locked away playing computer games and behind TV screens. It has become a former World Karate Champion's mission to get the youth of today involved in mainstream society through the medium of sport. Geoff Thompson is the Executive Chairman of the Youth Charter, an organisation based in Salford Quays, whose aim it is to develop real opportunities for young people.
My name is Geoff Thompson. I'm the Executive Chairman of the Youth Charter, a UN-accredited non-governmental organisation which uses sport and the arts to engage young people on the streets, give them something to do, hopefully get them into programmes and projects that give them somewhere to go, and more importantly, someone to work with them. People in the community, for the community, and with young people at the very heart of our attention and our energy. There are a number of communities, real communities with real people with real needs, and all we do is we use sport and the arts as the cultural hook to engage those communities and the young people in those communities and try and motivate and activate all of the local talent. There are lots of communities with lots of skills. We're based in Salford Quays. This is where we've been for the last 12 years, but people say we're invisibly visible. And for that reason, it means that we empower people in communities, community activists and people who want to make a difference in their communities to help equip the young people in their communities so that we have something that goes from generation to generation, that transcends or crosses the barriers and the territories and the estates and all the boundaries that put us against one another or pit us against one another, and use sport and the arts as the cultural bridge. Once you've got that social interaction, once you've got people socially engaging through sport and the arts, the rest starts to happen.
As Salfordians, we've characteristically always been known for our sense of community. We have, however, seen a significant threat posed to this by the national disenfranchising of youth. This is why it is crucial that Geoff chose Salford as his base all those years ago.
Building on from what you were saying, how important is it having Salford as your base? Obviously, historically, it's been a deprived area. Was that part of the decision why you came and set up shop here in that sense?
Yes, I mean, we came here in 1996. I remember Salford Quays being in the European League tables as one of the worst cities, and Salford Quays being one of the worst areas for young people and communities to grow up in. Many people who relate to the Youth Charter or know about the Youth Charter believe that we were born out of Manchester's 2000 Olympic bid and the tragic shooting of a 14-year-old schoolboy in Moss Side. However, our work actually started at Salford, in Salford University when I first moved up here, when I was associated with the university and setting up a business services division. And as a result of that, most of my initial exposure to Greater Manchester and understanding the boundaries between Manchester, Salford and Trafford was that very much appreciation that the Salford community are a unique community. They're born into deprivation. But in all of that, they have unique skills, they have unique characteristics that means they are adverse or they are better able to overcome some of life's challenges. That doesn't excuse the lack of opportunities that are provided. And when we first came here in Salford Quays, most of the major employers here were about to move out because they had not connected with the Aldston estate and the surrounding estates. They had employed some of the local community as the auxiliary staff, but they hadn't engaged the young people. And young people saw this, Salford Quays, as their oasis. Young people have swum here by way of the past. They've enjoyed their time. It's where they've escaped from the harsh realities of the Salford life. But now it was this new oasis, and they were being excluded. So we were brought here to try and build that bridge. And it meant being visibly invisible. It meant engaging with Manchester United, who at that time had a very strong Salford presence with their training ground. And we started to socially broker, in other words, build relationship, build bridges, and more importantly, connect or reconnect what I believe sport should always be for all, and for especially those who have the least opportunity to feast on it or have an opportunity to participate in it.
In this three-part documentary, we will hear more from Geoff about his hopes for the children of Salford, the Youth Charter as an organisation, and the role of the community leaders like Hazel Blaze, who are charged with guarding the livelihoods of Salford people.